Hello, good afternoon. I'm Eddie in Alfaman Services in Rayners Lane, Harrow, which is a suburb of London. We're not too far out of London, or we're in Greater London, within the M25. I just thought I'd show you the internal guts of a gtv6 gearbox. Now, all the alfetta gearboxes, the saloon, the GTV coupe, 16, 1750 or 1800, and the 2 litre, the 2.5 litre, and the 3 litres, basically the gearboxes are all the same. A customer's delivered to me 2 internal guts of the gearboxes and a case for the clutch, which I'll do another time. But I've stripped down both of the internals. I've separated them out. This is the one that we're going to use because the casing is good. And I just wanted to show you some of the stuff I've gone through and what I do to renew the gears, the dog teeth, whatever, and point out some of the things that were wrong with this gearbox. So I've stripped the gears off the main shaft. I put it in my lathe and I've shined it up so it's all ready to go. Out of the 2 gearboxes, I've selected the best 3 rings, and then I've gone into my own stock of second-hand parts and I've selected another one. One of his wasn't that bad, but I put it back in here and we've now got 3 really good rings. I've assembled 1, 3, 4 and 5 gears and they're ready to go back onto the shaft. The reverse part of this on his original one was broken, so I've used that part from his other set that the customer gave me. Here is something very interesting. If you look here, where the synchro fits, this is his second fork. And there's nothing left because it's all been worn down. This is my one. It's a new one that I've had. I bought a load of new bits, 1st and 2nd, 3rd and 4th, and when I put that in, there's no play compared to that one, which is totally and utterly worn to pieces. And the reason why it's worn to pieces, this is his junk box with all his other stuff. If you look over here, that's all the other stuff from the other gearbox he supplied me. I put everything in there because nothing is reusable in there. I might, if I was desperate, I might find a few bits, but anyway, the reason why his 1st and 2nd fork was worn out is because the driver selected 1st, kept his hand on 1st gear, selected 2nd, kept his hand on 2nd gear, 3rd, 4th, whatever. But he had his hand on all the time. So what happened was, because he had it on, it was wearing, because he was forcing it. You shouldn't touch the gear shift knob. As soon as you change gear, take your hand off it. And then you won't get wear like this. Now, what I find interesting, I've split all his gears out and I've taken and I've pressed out with my press inside and the clamp, the dog teeth. Now, where's the buggered one? This one here. Now, if you look there, the pieces are all gone. This is from a 5th gear. So what I do is I don't throw from scrap boxes. I don't throw 5th, 4th and 3rd gears away if I don't need them. What I've always done when I've scrapped gearboxes, I've dismantled them all, kept 5th, 4th and 3rd gears, and then I've pressed off the dog teeth. And here is the gear that I'm going to reassemble. That goes in there, then I press it down, and then I can reassemble my synchro, the sliding pieces and the main washer. So that is the good one that I've salvaged from his pile of junk. That is the buggered one. And I'm going to reassemble all this up, and I'll catch up with you when I've got the whole internal guts assembled and ready to put in the casing. I hope to actually have the casing back from the sandblasters. No, I think he's had them power washed or chemically cleaned or whatever. So I'm going to get them back, and then I have to reassemble everything inside the casing, and then I've got to put all this stuff inside the casing. Then I've got to put the clutch unit back in, and I've got to change the clutch house bearings. Over the years with alfettas, with these rear gearboxes, I've actually never bought a balanced clutch unit. I've always bought the cover, the plate and the release bearing, and I've always replaced the bearings inside the clutch housing, and that's what used to wear out. It was quite unnecessary to buy a totally brand spanking new balanced unit. Very expensive from Alfa Romeo, quite unnecessary. And if the flywheel was damaged or the shaft was damaged, I used to have plenty of them. I've still got a few, not many. So I'll speak to you another time. Keep well.